Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Diane. I'm an Akashic Records. Okay, so there were a bit of technical difficulties out there. But hello everyone and thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm Diane. I'm an Akashic Records reader and an energy healer. And today we're about soulmates. So thank you everyone for being here. I'm just going to say hi to some of the people. Hi Annie Bear. Hi Brina. Hi Nancy Ray. Hi Cora. Um, I'm also starring some questions. Please type them in all caps so I can see them better. And also, moving forward in the next shows, I'm going to have to ask everyone to enter your questions after the live stream starts because I'm using a different platform and I can't really see them well before the show starts. So it's kind of tough for me to backtrack. Okay, but I have Cora's question, Nicole's question. Um, who else? I'm just going down. I have Angela's question, Brina's question, Nancy Ray's question. Um, I have your question as well, Lisa, but you might want to change it. Uh, the Akashic records don't really show me the future, so I don't know where your awakening is headed. Okay, I have your question, Leah. Okay. Hi, Lauren. Thank you so much for being here. So, hold on. I'm just going to check how many questions we already have. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So, I'm going to answer 10 to 12 questions. So, again, please type them all in all caps. And yes, I answer questions about spirit guides, but although I do encourage everyone to ask Akashic Records questions or Akashic Records related questions because there are very few of us who do this on YouTube. So take the opportunity. Spirit guide questions, you can ask them in other shows. And you get a lot of people who read on that. But I will answer. I will answer your question related to your spirit guides. So let me know if I missed anyone. I think I'm done starring some of them. I mean, all of them. So, yeah, today we're going to talk about soulmates. So, this is a question that I get often whenever I do Akashic Records readings. Um, People ask me, is this person my soulmate? Or is does this mean this person is my soulmate? So, what is a soulmate anyway? Soulmates are souls who have been with us um, for multiple lifetimes or even one single lifetime. So let me know as well if this is my sound okay? I forgot to ask you before I started talking. Oh, I see. I think my chat's frozen. Um, is the live on? Okay, I'm just going to check my phone regarding that. Okay, it is on. I'm just going to restart or I'm going to refresh my page since I can't really see the comments, but I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. Please hang in there. Hello, and I am back. Okay. I think my chat is still frozen, so I can't really see your comments. I'm going to check on them a little later using my phone, but yeah, I'm going to close the questions. I'm seeing someone on my phone. So yeah, questions are closed for now. I can't really see the comments. Oh, there we go. Now the comments started to update. This is weird. Sorry. Okay. So I was just saying, soulmates are souls who have been with us for multiple lifetimes, or even for one at least one lifetime. And it doesn't mean that a soulmate is a romantic connection. It's not necessarily like that. Soulmates are just people who have been with us and who love us so much that they are willing to spend lifetimes with us. So it doesn't have to be a romantic connection. It can be our family members, your mom, your dad, and normally our family members, our immediate family members, are our soulmates or a part of our soul group. They've been with us for several lifetimes, and we take on roles with each other. So if you ask me during a reading, is this person my soulmate? And I'm going to say yes, but that doesn't mean that the person is someone you should marry. Even if you have married them in a previous lifetime, the setup doesn't always apply to the current lifetime. So you need not worry about that. For example, if you know someone who you don't like in this lifetime and you learn that you married them in another lifetime, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you marry them in another lifetime. You don't need to marry them, even if they are your soulmate. I mean, in this lifetime. So, yeah. Are the questions only soulmate related? Leah asks. No, they're not only soulmate related. I am accepting Akashic Records questions. Okay. Okay. Soulmates might not be a positive connection. Surprisingly, that is correct. It might not be a positive connection. Even our enemies, or the people we consider our enemies, might not be might be our soulmates, and they might incarnate with us to help us learn a lesson. So it's not always a positive connection. I've known some people in my life who are my soulmates who I don't have a good relationship with in this lifetime. So yeah, this is true. It might not be a positive connection for everyone. So a lot of people confuse it with the term twin flame, and even the twin flame phrase or term is a little bit distorted nowadays. So a soulmate again is just someone or a being or a person who we have spent a few lifetimes with, or one or two lifetimes with. It can be a sister, a friend. Yes, it can be a spouse or a loved one, but not that's not always the case. So I hope that clears the term soulmates up. Oh, hi Kim. So I put an Akashic question, but it would be great if a soulmate is part of the life. Yes, if you are incarnated today on Earth, I think very likely you have a soulmate on here that you have spent many lifetimes with in the past. So don't worry about it, Kim. Yeah, we don't necessarily like our soulmate. There are people who we meet who we just feel very irksome, an irk or an annoyance with, and we don't know why. And sometimes it's because of a frequency, like there's a frequency mismatch. And sometimes it's a soulmate connection, but it wasn't a positive one in the past lifetime. So yeah, this is very possible. And there are some people whom we have other positive connections with. You know, when you meet someone, everything just clicks with them. It's because they've been a part of our soul journey and previously, and it's been a positive connection. So we meet a lot of different people and a lot of different soulmates in our lifetime. Yes, soulmates can be a lesson or a blessing. Definitely, Angela. But most of the time, we incarnate together so we can learn lessons, and not just us, but we also help other people learn their lessons. So Tamer asks, what is the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame? The twin flame is a term that has been distorted a lot. So my belief, and this is just my belief, I don't know if other people or other readers believe in this, other psychics. Twin flames are twin souls. They are people, or they are the being we separated from when our soul was born. I believe that when we broke down or separated from source, that we split apart, and the other half is our twin soul. I don't want to use the word twin flame because of its connotations, but the other part is our twin soul. And in my experience, my twin soul is actually one of my guides. So they don't have to incarnate with us all the time. Although I've seen some who have their twin soul incarnate with them. So a soulmate doesn't necessarily have to be that person you split apart with. A soulmate is just, it can be another person or another soul who happened to to incarnate with you in previous lifetimes as well, and you decided to incarnate together in this lifetime. So I hope that answers your question, Tamara, and thank you so much for that. Yeah. Um, Tamatha says, my mom is a soulmate. Can't say it has been easy, but definitely healing. So, yes, some of our soulmates, we don't always get along with them, but they always bring with us some learning that we needed to accomplish or learn in this lifetime. This is a part of our pre birth plan. So, hello, everyone. I might not be um, able to answer all of your questions and say hi to everyone, but just so you know, I'm not ignoring you. Hello, everyone. Hi, Millie. Hi, Stephanie. Kat asks, can we have more than one soulmate? Yes, we can. Our immediate family members and our friends, most of the time, they are our soulmates. And our mentors, our teachers are also our soulmates most of the time. Okay. You ask a lot of interesting questions, guys. Thank you so much for that. So let me know if the concept of soulmates is a bit clearer to you now. I hope this discussion helps. Okay. I think the chat is sync. I'm going to um, see if the on-screen chat is going to work now. Yes, please make sure to like make sure to like the video. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you don't like this video again, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up anyway. Okay, so I'm going to open the records now. Only the highest frequency of love and light can remain in the sacred space and all objects in the sacred space for the highest good of this group, consisting of myself, those who are watching right now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. Now I call in the highest level of the divine that knows that love is the power and the truth from which we read. Our highest level guides and angels to help us with this reading. Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, please hold the sacred space. And so it is. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good, the highest good of all, and the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Masters, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please let us know this group in the light of the Akashic Records and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the Masters, teachers, and loved ones have for us. The records are now open. You have a comment from Nicole. A lot of people want the soulmate and twin flame to be a romantic interest. Yeah, that based on observation, that is the case. But again, in reality, it isn't. It normally isn't. They don't have to be a romantic interest. Is it true when twin souls meet, an energy is triggered that would start to bring end times? No, I believe not. I've seen other twin soul connections who incarnate together and they are together, not necessarily as romantic interest, and they do soul missions together, and that's why they incarnate together. But no, it doesn't bring any end of times. Can a pet be a soulmate or are they something different? Yes, they can be. I've seen some pets who incarnated as horses in a past lifetime and they incarnate as dogs or cats in this lifetime to be with their previous human. So yeah, I'm just going to read through the start questions that we have. Okay, so we have Cora. What a lovely day, Nicole. Angela Hunter, Brina, Nancy Ray, Leah, Lacey Gray, Red Dragon, Lisa Davis, Millie de la Prida, and Stephanie. Let me know if I missed anyone before I close the questions because, again, I'm not sure what happened, but the chat lagged for me on this end. So just let me know if I missed anyone. Oh, I'm sorry, Julie. The questions are now closed. It closed a bit early today. But I'm going to start your question anyway. I usually get to 12, 12 in a day whenever I do this, but no guarantees. I'll be here for about an hour. I have another appointment afterward. So I'm just taking the questions that I missed a while ago. So let me know if I missed your question while I was having technical difficulties. So again, I started your question, Julie, but I'm not sure if I can get to it. I'll do my best though. And thank you again for being here. Hello, Bob. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, I'm going to start with the questions. First question we have is from Cora. Hello, I would like more information on my Akashic records, and I clarified with her if what information she needs from her Akashic records, and she said anything that benefits her current. So I'm going to ask the Akashic Records Masters and Archangel Metatron, who is my main guide, to provide information from a past lifetime that would be relevant to you in this lifetime, Cora. Angel Metatron, Akashic Records Masters, please show me a past lifetime experience of Cora that would be beneficial for her in this lifetime as well. So immediately I'm seeing a body of water. It's a small one, so it can be a sea or a lake, Cora. And I'm seeing there's a man who's pushing a boat towards the sea. Okay, they're telling me this is sea? Sea or lake? This is sea. Okay, this is sea. They're showing me a sea. And I'm getting Greece. This was somewhere in Greece. You were a fisherman back then, Cora. And you were male. I'm seeing you in your late 30s or early 40s. You were pushing the boat alone. and you were preparing to set out for fishing. What's the significance of this lifetime? It happened, please, Metatron. And they're showing me um, you set out to fish, but the weather suddenly turned gray. You were considering whether you should go further out in the sea or if you should turn back, and you turned back. Okay, they're telling me that the relevance of this past life experience of yours in Greece is for you to assess your situation right now and see whether you should move forward or come back. And they're telling me there's no shame either way. Whatever you choose, your guides and angels, they will be supportive of you. But they are encouraging you to assess your safety, assess the situation, and don't go into the sea without knowing fully what you're up against. Assess is what their message is for you, Cora. So I hope that helps, and thank you so much for this question. Hello, Rosie. See you later. Okay. Cora says, I've had a crazy experience early on with water as a kid. You might have had several lifetimes in water. I've noticed that there are people who are more drawn to water. So they spend several lifetimes near water. And that's not just Earth lifetimes, even in other off Earth lifetimes as well. So I hope that helps you, Cara. That was a lovely message that we can also all benefit from. So next up, we have what a lovely day. Um, is Nicole still here? I would love to know if I'm feeling my guide's presence. It feels someone's touching me very lightly on my arms and hands, like if there was a bug, but they're not. I also felt it outside too, so it was like a spiritual hug. Basically, it's. I'm going to use my pendulum for this Mjolnir. Okay, is the presence that Nicole is feeling because of her guides? I'm getting a no on this, Nicole. How about a loved one? I'm getting this is more of a loved one, Nicole. So it's not your guides, but you are they say that clear sentient because you're feeling you're feeling things. Although this is not your guide, this is a loved one, and I'm getting a feeling that this is a female loved one, an older female loved one. So if you had a grandmother who passed away, I think this is most likely her, and they're giving you a hug. I'm not a medium, so I can't connect that easily with past loved ones, but that's the feeling that I'm getting. So is this Nicole's past grandmother? So I'm getting a yes on that. This is a past grandmother who is just giving you a hug and comforting you. Yeah, it's like a ghost touching. So I hope that helps, Nicole, and thank you again for your question and for your patience. Wow, it was strong. Yeah. Did you feel it? Did you feel it right now? Okay. Next up, we have Angela Hunter. What role did my friend Emma V play in my life? In this life or possible lifetimes? I'm going to check the possible previous lifetimes on this. I'm seeing like several images just flipping through. So you have had a few lifetimes with this person, but I'm not feeling like a very close personal connection, Angela. Is this like a frenemy? Your frenemy in this lifetime? Let me know. I'm seeing a lifetime where you were together in Egypt. So you were both female in this lifetime. And I'm hearing trainee priestesses. In that lifetime, you were together as trainee priestesses in a temple in Egypt. What temple was this, please? And I'm hearing the temple of Isis. So you were together as trainee priestesses. Usually, um, people in temples or the priestesses from temples, they were orphans. They were orphans and they were taken in by the temple to take care of them. They like doubled as orphanages, and that's where they get priests and priestesses. But I'm hearing it was in a temple of Isis, and you were together there. Okay. So Angela says, yes, now a friend. She was like a sister, was supposed to be my son's godmother, but after her husband died, we had problems. Yeah, I was getting the sense of frenemies with you, even without seeing the lifetimes. And I'm hearing the word foil. You were each other's foil. Like, you're not exactly opposites, but there are some qualities of each other that is a foil for the other. And they're telling me that you've been together several lifetimes to explore this. Your differences with each other, they are helping you learn from each other and grow from those differences because you see a different perspective whenever you incarnate together. So this is a mutual and beneficial relationship for the both of you. Even though at times I'm seeing you quarrel, like in this lifetime with Isis, with I mean in the temple of Isis, I'm seeing like you've been tasked to do something together, like you had cleaning or praying duties together, and one would forget, like your friend would forget about the schedule, and you would get irked by that because it was a joint responsibility. It was those little things um, that annoyed you in that past lifetime. And from her perspective, she felt that you were very uptight. So there's this dynamic between the two of you that you're like friends, but There are these small things that you just can't stand with each other. So that's why I'm getting that frenemy feeling. So that's her role in several of your lifetimes, Angela, is to be your foil. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the term. Yeah, it's a foil for you. Now she's the uptight one. Yeah. Sometimes we change roles. We call it role reversal. Sometimes it's playing the role of mother and daughter in one lifetime, and then in this lifetime, you're the daughter and the other person is the mother. Sometimes these things also change, so we can learn from each other, and also because the circumstances of our lives are different now. But usually, like the dynamic doesn't normally change unless there's something really drastic happen. So again, thank you so much for your question, Angela, and I hope that helps, and I hope that helped bring clarity to your relationship with Emma. Okay, next we have Brina's question. Brina, Diane, I keep hearing the year 1859. What life did I have in that year, and why is it important to this life? Thanks. Okay, 1859. Did Brina have a lifetime in 1859? I'm getting a yes on this. I'm just going to check. Okay, this isn't. I'm not sure if this is going to be a very pleasant reading, Brina, because when when I read the year 1859, I got the feeling that it was a year when you died in that lifetime. And I'm hearing plague. Was there a plague in 1859 that claimed Brina's life? Yeah, you were you were a part of. You died in a plague. And I'm hearing Spain. So you were alive in Spain around this time. There was a plague that claimed the lives of many during this time. And you were one of those people. And I'm seeing a girl, like she's not that old yet. I'm seeing like a teen girl, 16. You were 16 in that lifetime when you died, Rena. So why is she being reminded of this lifetime? Akashic Records Masters. Part of I wouldn't call it regret, but you were sad that and quite disappointed that you passed at a very young age. So I don't know if Brina, this is something that um, has come up in your mind. Like when you were a child, were you afraid that you will die early or die young? Like you felt like you had a life ahead of you and didn't get to live it. So is there what are the emotion did she get in this lifetime? Metatron, please. Show me, please. I'm just getting a general fear from this lifetime. A fear of not living your life to the fullest in this one is what I'm hearing. Could you show me where this is trapped, please? Okay. So, liver. And I'm being shown this is trapped in your liver, Brina. So again, that's fear of not living your life to the fullest. Let me know if this is something that you want to be cleared. If you want it, just type in yes in the chat. And if you don't, that's also okay. You can type no. And that's also okay because I'm getting that you had a trapped emotion in this lifetime, but mostly on living your life to the fullest because you died young in that lifetime. So if it's not dying young, it's just not getting to do the things that you wanted to do. Okay, please clear. Green says, please clear. Let's do this. I request the clearing of this fear, trapped emotion from Greena's physical body and her energy body, in all timelines, in all lifetimes, in the past, present, and future, for Brina's highest good, the highest beautiful, and the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Master, Archangel Metatron, we ask that this trapped emotion be cleared. And it's done. Thank you so much for trusting me to do that clearing for you, Brina, and I hope that helps. And again, thank you so much for your question. Okay, next up we have Nancy Ray's question. What is my past life or soul connection with my husband Joe, who passed 5 years ago? Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, Nancy Ray. So I'm going to see if you have a past life with your husband Joe, and very likely you do. Just going to have a confirmation on that. Did Nancy Ray have a past life with her husband? Getting a yes. They're telling me you had a past lifetime off Earth, like out of Earth. Just going to see where this is. Where did they first meet? Outside of Earth, please. I'm getting Apollonia. You met each other in Apollonia, Nancy Ray. What was his role in Apollonia? He was the village chief. You're telling me he was the village chief. So in your lifetime in Apollonia, you lived in a village. He was your village chief in that lifetime, and he had a lot of respect for you. Okay, weren't married in that lifetime. You weren't married in that lifetime, but you had mutual respect for one another. You respected him as a leader and as a man because you saw that how responsible he was in that lifetime. And like from his perspective, he saw you as a wise woman. So after where did they meet? I'm getting that you had a lot of lifetimes together. And usually your missions together is more of a support. like being supportive with each other. Like he supported you when you were discovering your gifts. Like he didn't judge you. He really listened to you, and I think you appreciated that, Nancy Ray. You appreciated that a lot. Yeah, but during that time, it didn't. They didn't let me know that it was your husband in this lifetime, but there was a close connection with that village chief, and this is why. So he was your husband in this lifetime, and there's this mutual respect for each other. They're telling me that you are a match in that lifetime and in this one. Like it doesn't have to be a romantic match in that lifetime, but you were a match. You were matched in the sense that you complemented each other. Whenever he voiced out his opinions, I'm seeing that you were listening to him. That's one of the things that he appreciated. And they're telling me it's mutual. There's this huge respect between each other's ideas, is what they're telling me, Nancy Ray. So yeah, I hope that helps, and thank you so much for your question. That's so cool. Oh, hello, Linda. Thank you so much for being here. You've been creating thumbnails. I did that last, I think, Saturday. I was so excited to use them. I had to do a pop up yesterday. Okay, next up we have Leah's question. Hello, beautiful souls. I've been trying to get a reading from Diane forever. Wait, this isn't the question. Did you have a question a while ago, Leah? I didn't. I didn't catch it, unfortunately. I'm just going to try to see if it's still there. If not, could you please retype, Leah? I think I missed it. Oh, your question is your star origin. Okay, okay. I got you. Oops. There we go. Where's Leah's star origin? Okay. So I'm getting that you were from Lyra, Leah. It's a constellation. It's not necessarily a star, but you are of Lyran lineage. And I'm getting you were a vegan. Like you were blue. And you were more inclined with the divine feminine. So that's your star origin. It's Vega. So okay, you were around during the Lyra Draconian Wars and you were able to escape. Where did she escape to, please? She escaped in Beta Centauri. Alpha Centauri. Okay, it's Alpha Centauri. Okay. Leah, so you were of Lyran origin. And a lot of us experienced the Lyra Draconian Wars, me included. You were one of the people who escaped. There were people who got to escape, luckily. And in your case, you're one of the people who went to Alpha Centauri. There are people who went to Pleiades, to Sirius, to Andromeda. You went to Alpha Centauri. But since your question is about your star origin, I'm going to check and see what your lifetime in Vega was like. I'm hearing farming, Leah. You were farming flowers that were being used as medicinal herbs. Was she a healer? Okay. I asked if you were a healer, and I'm getting no. You weren't necessarily a healer, but you were supporting healers through the plants that you grew, and you were very happily doing that. I'm seeing you singing to the plants in that lifetime, Leah. I love flowers and dirt now too. Yeah, this is a quality of Lyrans that I see that is usually passed down. So regardless of how many millions of years ago, a lot of Lyrans actually love vegetation, plants, and earth. So Leah, thank you so much for your question, and I hope that helps. So again, Lyra, and then you're one of the people who escaped to Alpha Centauri. Next, we have Lacey Gray. Is Lacey Gray still here? May I have a reading and clearing, cord cutting, whatever spirit my spirit team sees best. Oops, there goes Mjolnir. Lacey's spirit guides and angels. What does she need for now? What is of her highest and best interest, please? I'm getting chakra blockages or imbalance, Lacey Gray. Is it a chakra blockage? Yeah, one of your chakras is blocked. I'm just going to check and see which chakra that is. So it's your third eye chakra. I'm getting a feeling it's your third eye chakra. Okay, what's causing this blockages? A blockage. Chart emotion. Okay, is this from a present lifetime or a past lifetime, please? There's a trapped emotion that is blocking your third eye chakra, Lazy Gray, and I'm getting the feeling it is from your present lifetime. When was this? I'm seeing the number 10, so this happened when you were 10 years old. What trapped emotion is this, please? Electron. And I'm getting effort unreceived, Lazy Gray. Um, so usually it happens when we give or love someone and we feel like we don't get it in return, or we put an effort in something and it was rejected. And I'm getting a feeling this is connected with your parents. Yeah, the masters are agreeing. This is something that is connected with your parents. So you might have given them something, or you exerted a lot of effort to please them or to get their attention, and it didn't work, or it didn't they didn't return that effort. So I'm just going to see where in your body this is trapped. Oh wait, it's in your third eye. It's in your third eye. Yeah. Is this something that we can clear right now? Yeah. They're telling me that it's affecting your third eye. Oh wow. I'm hearing that the effect that this has on you is that whenever someone treats you badly, you make excuses for them. I don't know how to phrase this a bit gentler. Like there's a denial that the person is treating you badly. Like your perception has been skewed because of that experience. That's what they're telling me, Lazy Gray. So, what symptoms is it causing? Yeah, they're telling me that's how it is affecting you right now. Like when someone treats you badly, like you look for a positive thing on them and you focus on that instead. Um, like you make excuses for them, but in reality, they are treating you badly. So they're telling me that it's skewing your perception. That's why it's trapped in your third eye chakra. So please let me know if this is something that you would like to clear. Just type in yes. If not, type in no. That's also okay. Yeah, that you do. Unfortunately, that's the term gaslighting yourself. Yes. Okay. No worries, Lacy Gray. Um, what my guides are telling me usually is the first step to healing something is being aware of it. Like usually since this is from a present lifetime, I wouldn't go too much into the records into it, but they keep telling me to check because this might not be something that you are aware of. But yeah, since you are now aware that you have this trait or this is something that you do, you can move forward to changing it. And this energy healing will help you do that. So I'm going to clear it now. I call in Archangel Michael, Metatron, the Akashic Records Masters, and Archangel Raphael. Please clear this trapped emotion of effort unreceived from Lacey Gray's physical body, her energy body, for Lacey Gray's highest good, the highest good of all, and the most benevolent outcome. We ask that this trapped emotion be cleared. The back, please, to our Archangel Raphael, please. And it's done, Lacey Gray. I really hope that helps. And usually for energy clearings, you may cry, you may burp, you may yawn, you may pass gas. Those are normal symptoms of releasing something. So please don't be surprised if you burp or you pass gas during this time. No, it's cleared. The energy has been cleared, but it's just the energy. It would still depend on you how you move forward. But the energy has been cleared, so it's going to help you in the future to take a pause and to examine, is this person really being good to me or am I just making excuses for them? It's going to help, Lacey Gray. I hope. Let me know in the future how it affects you, and if you find that decision or that pause easier for you. So thank you again for trusting me to do that clearing for you, and I really do hope it helps. Okay, next up we have Red Dragon, Kimby. I would appreciate an Akashic reading of a galactic life that masters would like to share. Okay. Well, galactic lifetime would benefit Kim to know right now. Metatron. So it's always Maldek, Kim. I'm getting a Maldek lifetime for you. I want to let you know of your Maldek lifetime. So Maldek is the planet that's in between Mars and Jupiter, or was the planet that was in between them. Because of the wars, this planet was destroyed because of the civil wars, and they were very chaotic. Like if you would think of World War II, like how it devastated a lot of countries, it was pretty much like that, except it didn't end for Maldek. It continued and it continued, like the nuclear wars continued until they destroyed the planet. That's the scenario of Maldek and how it got destroyed. So where was she in this lifetime? Her in this experience. I'm seeing you were a female in this lifetime. You were carrying a gun or like a gun thing. It's like a laser gun, is what I'm seeing. You're just running in a battlefield firing. I'm not feeling any pain at all, Kim. Like there's no emotion besides anger and rage. And they're telling me it's because you're masking your real emotion with that rage because you didn't have time to grieve and cry. You didn't allow yourself to feel that weakness. And I put that in air quotation marks because you thought at that time subconsciously that feeling those emotions, grieving, was a weakness. So you buried them down with your rage and your anger. And you fought and you fought and you fought. And they're telling me that you grieved the loss of your comrades and your family in that lifetime and in that experience. That's why you were so angry. But that anger was just masking the grief. You wanted to get back and get back. So you fought and fought. And they're telling me that this lifetime is important to you. Because back then, up until now, you tend to bury your feelings in layers. So you don't necessarily know the root cause or the root emotion that you're feeling because you don't want to confront it. You think it's a weakness. They're telling me this has been recurring. And I'm getting the sense that it was more like I don't have time for this. It's what I'm hearing that you're subconsciously thinking. I don't have time to feel this. And so you tend to bury your emotions. And they're telling me it is okay to slowly unpack them. Like if the layers here, to slowly peel back the layers. It might take some time, Kim, but it's going to be worth it. And they're telling me it's for your healing. So I hope that helps. Uh, Hold on. I'm just checking the chat, and yeah, it was because of a war, Red Dragon, but just a correction. That was where I lived after Mars destroyed. I flew a Red Dragon on Mars. It's the opposite actually. When Maldek got destroyed, you moved to Mars because a lot of people, when Maldek got destroyed, people went to Earth and Mars. So they went two separate planets, and one was Mars, one was Earth. I think some other people went to other star systems, but since Mars and Earth were very close to Maldek, um, those were the two main planets where they went to and where they escaped. So I hope that clears it up. So I hope that helps, Kim, and thank you so much for your question. Hello, Edward. So I'm just going to see the start questions again. So next up we have Lisa Davis. Oh, this wasn't a question. A soulmate question is about the only topic I already know. Okay, Lisa, if you have another question, please let me know. But yeah, your husband is your soulmate. Usually, our spouses are our soulmates because there's a resonance. We know the soul when we meet them and we see them. So, if you have any question, do I need the clearing? A red dragon is asking, do I need the clearing? Let's see, because I'm getting the feeling that this is a lot. This might be a lot to unpack. This might be a lot to unpack, but I'm going to see if there's one that is like on the surface right now. What's something that we can clear from that past life experience for Kim? They're showing me anger. It's the anger that's on the surface, so that's what they want to clear first. Where's the strap, please? They're showing me your solar plexus. Like it might be overactive because of the anger. So if it's something that you want to clear, please let me know. Just put yes in the chat or no if you don't want to clear it. That's also okay. Okay, I got your new question, Lisa. So I'm going to do that after the clearing if Kim wants this clearing of anger. Yeah, dragonflies are us. We are transforming, Kim. So again, the trapped emotion is anger, but there are a lot more that's trapped because you buried them down in anger in that lifetime, and it's still ongoing. The release is still ongoing. So I really do hope the best for you, Kim. I think there's a slight delay on chat and here on stream. So pardon me, everyone, for the delay. Okay, I got you, Kim. I request the clearing of this anger, trapped emotion, from Kim's energy body, physical body, all timelines in all lifetimes, in the past, present, and future. For Kim's highest good, the highest good of home, the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Masters, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael. We ask that this trapped emotion be cleared. And it's done, Kim. Thank you so much for trusting me to do that clearing for you. And again, thank you for your question. I hope that helps. Okay. Um, Going back to Lisa Davis's question, oops, I would appreciate a clearing and blocking if possible. Okay, let's see what we need to clear. What should we clear for Lisa Davis for her highest good right now? So I'm getting a dark galactic implant, Lisa. I'm just going to check where this is. Have you been getting migraines in the past days? I'm seeing that this is at the center of your head. So dark galactic implants are energy implants or energy attacks that are i- inflicted to us by dark galactic entities that are usually attached to other people. You don't need to be abducted to get a dark galactic implant, unfortunately. But this is what your spirit guides are telling me, and what they want to clear first. So usually, when we have a dark galactic implant that's in our head, it usually affects us. Like we feel a fog, we feel brain fogged, or we can't think clearly. Like when we think, we feel like we're underwater. It's that feeling. I've gotten it a few times as well, especially when I was younger. So yeah, that's one of the symptoms, and also headaches and migraines. Those are the most common symptoms of having an energy implant. Yes, pressure. Yeah, I understand that. So if this is something that you want to be cleared, let me know. Just type in yes if you want this to be cleared, and no if you don't want it. Okay, I got you, Lisa. Oops, I did not. I just started that. Sorry. Technical difficulties today. Thank you everyone for being patient with me. I'm using a different platform today, so I'm still getting used to it. So okay, I'm going to do the clearing now. I call in Archangel Michael, and the implant has been removed. I'm just going to close the holes in your aura, because usually it creates two holes in the aura. seeing here and here for you. And closing the holes is also done. So I hope that helps, Lisa. Usually for dark galactic implants, it doesn't take effect immediately. Like you need to take a nap or a sleep before you really feel that it's gone. So you might feel the effect tomorrow. And again, that's usually the lifting of the brain fog is what I feel immediately whenever I do this. I'm just checking my crystals to show you something. This is something that I use and I keep in my pocket to help protect me from dark galactic implants. So this is green fluoride. So I have a pebble-sized one that I like to keep in my pocket. So you don't need to wear it. Just put it in your pocket. If this is an attack or something that you experience often, just to help protect yourself. I also have an earring here, the second one. Yeah, it's very helpful. I swear I don't have a green fluoride mine, and I am not making any profits from this. But it's very helpful, and I hope that helps you, Lisa. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this clearing for you. Michelle, I got your question. I would like to know if I could get a clearing. Did I miss you at the beginning, at the very beginning? I'm sorry if I did, because I had technical difficulties in at the beginning. Okay, next up we have Millie. Are the soulmates from my lifetime in Orion here with me right now? Are her soulmates from her lifetime in Orion with her right now? I'm getting a yes, and I'm seeing the number three. There were three people with you back in Orion that are here with you right now. And I'm hearing two of them are your friends, and the other one is not so friendly. I'm getting the energy of the two friends who came with you. In the Orion lifetime, they were both male. They were also a part of the Black League Resistance. But in this lifetime, one of them is a female, and they're your friends. They're very close friends who both from like you met them during your young adult life, or during the time when you were a young adult, like in your 20s. And one of them is giving more of an enemy energy. Okay. The other one is someone you met from work. So if you felt anyone or someone at your work who you just immediately disliked, or someone who immediately dislikes you, this might be the reason. Because in Orion, I recall you were a spy in Orion. Um, this person is like from the enemy camp. Like they were working for the Draconian Empire. And at that time, they felt really betrayed. They felt really betrayed in that lifetime, and when they learned that you were a spy, and they were very angry, and they had trust issues because of that. So that's something that they're working on today, and I mean in this lifetime for them. And you're here. You're here for them. You agree to be with them, like to help them work work on those trust issues. Like you were there to trigger. You don't have to do anything. Like you're doing it effortlessly. You're triggering them effortlessly, unfortunately. So again, this is like how we explained soulmates a while ago. Some of them have we have very pleasant experiences with, and some we 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 have like an enemy, an enemy or a really bad experience with. So that also carries over. Like the dynamic carries over in this lifetime. Yes, Mary. Sorry, the questions have been closed for a while now. I've been here for more than an hour. Just going through the. Um, I'm just going through the questions that we got earlier. Julianne, I'm using EV Mux right now. I'm still getting used to it. You're very welcome, Lisa. Again, thank you so much, Millie, for your question, and I hope that helps. So next up, we have Stephanie. I know the questions are closed, but it is possible to ask the Akashic Records about significant soulmates. What exactly can you ask the Akashic Records? Oh, that's an interesting question, Stephanie. Um, yes, you can ask about your relationship with your soulmates or with the people around you if you've had past life experiences with them. Um, what we can't ask the records is for someone else's specific soul journey. Like you can ask your shared experiences with someone because that's in your Akashic records. But if someone is not in your records or you didn't spend time with them, that's a random. That's a third party question, if that makes any sense. I should have like a Venn diagram of this. Like you can read about your shared experiences with them, but for their solo experiences, when where they didn't spend time with you, you won't be able to see that. I won't be able to see that in the Akashic records. Well, maybe I can, but I choose not to because that's like a third party reading. So I don't go into that. Other readers may, but I don't. It feels like an invasion of privacy, like someone's looking into your diary without you knowing. So without someone's permission, I won't do that. But yeah, you can ask about the people who are around you and your experiences with them because it's in your record. Yeah, I get it. I get the curiosity, and sometimes it gets blurred for people who are watching because I'm talking about other people, but it's because they are in your records and you've shared lifetime experiences with them. The Akashic records is mostly concerned with your spiritual development, and part of it is through your relationships with other people. So they do share information about your relationship with other people, but not so much as their journey entirely. So I hope that helps understand how it works. And thank you so much for your question, Stephanie. So I think that's all the time that we have right now. Thank you again, everyone, for your questions. I'm going to close the records now. And again, the next show that I'll be having is with Linda de Gonzalez, the amazing Linda de Gonzalez, who's also here right now. So, hello, Linda. We'll be on Wednesday at 5 p.m. EST. we'll be doing Akashic Records readings and energy clearings as well. So I hope to see you there if you didn't get any readings today, or if you were late. And yeah, I'm going to close the records now. I would like to close by thanking the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I would like to close by thanking the Akashic Records masters for their point of view. And I would like to close by thanking the divine source for all of our knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. Again, I'll be back on Wednesday, and I hope to see you there. And I hope this has been helpful for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again soon. So bye.